The border fence loomed like a jagged scar across the desert, and as Alejandro gripped the cold metal links, his father's last words echoed in his mind. "You're no son of mine." At 19, with nothing but a backpack and a secret that had festered for years, he scaled the barrier under the cover of night, heart pounding as floodlights swept the sands. By dawn, he was in America, but freedom tasted like dust, until a stranger's hand pulled him from the shadows. Alejandro, or Raymond as he would soon call himself, had grown up in a small town south of Tijuana, where machismo ruled and whispers about maricons could end lives. His father, Miguel, was a stern mechanic who preached family honor above all, raising Raymond and his two sisters with an iron fist wrapped in Catholic guilt. Raymond had known he was different since he was 12, when he'd stolen glances at the boys playing soccer instead of the girls cheering them on. He'd buried it deep, dating a neighbor's daughter to fit in, but the lie cracked when Miguel caught him kissing his best friend, Carlos, behind the garage. The confrontation was brutal. Miguel's face twisted in rage, his belt cracking against Raymond's back as he shouted slurs that burned deeper than the welts. "Get out! You're dead to me!" His mother wept in the corner, too afraid to intervene, and his sisters averted their eyes. Raymond fled with bruises and a shattered heart, hitchhiking north with the vague dream of San Diego, where he'd heard gay people lived openly. Crossing the border illegally was a risk, but staying meant erasure or worse. In the U.S., Raymond stumbled into a migrant shelter run by volunteers. Exhausted and weary, he collapsed on a cot, his body aching from the trek. That's where he met Tom Harlan, a 50-something widower with salt and pepper hair and kind eyes that crinkled at the corners. Tom was no activist. He was a retired teacher volunteering to fill the void left by his wife's death from cancer 2 years prior. He handed Raymond a bottle of water and a blanket, asking in broken Spanish, "You okay, kid?" Raymond nodded, too drained to speak much, but Tom's persistence drew him out. Over the next days, as Raymond navigated the asylum process, claiming persecution based on his sexuality, Tom became his unofficial guide. He helped with paperwork, taught him basic English phrases, and shared stories of his own life in suburban San Diego. Tom had a son, Jake, who was around Raymond's age, but they were estranged after Jake came out as gay in college. "I didn't handle it well at first," Tom admitted one evening over coffee in the shelter's kitchen. "I said things I regret. He's in New York now and we barely talk." That confession hit Raymond like a punch. Here was a man who had failed his own son, yet he was helping a stranger. "Why me?" Raymond asked in halting English. Tom shrugged. "Maybe to make up for what I couldn't do for Jake." As weeks turned to months, Raymond's asylum claim progressed slowly, tangled in bureaucracy. He found under-the-table work at a diner, washing dishes for cash, living in a cramped apartment with other migrants. Tom visited often, bringing books and groceries, becoming a father figure Raymond never had. But shadows loomed. Rumors of ICE raids, the constant fear of deportation, and the ache of isolation. Raymond yearned for connection, for someone who understood his desires without judgment. One rainy afternoon, while delivering food for Tom, who'd fallen ill, Raymond met Liam at a community center. Liam was 22, an art student with tousled brown hair and a laugh that lit up the room. He volunteered there, teaching English to immigrants. Their eyes met over a stack of flyers, and Raymond felt a spark he hadn't since Carlos. "You new here?" Liam asked, his smile warm. "Yeah," Raymond replied, blushing. "Just trying to be me." Their conversation started innocently. Liam helping Raymond with idioms, Raymond sharing tales of Mexican festivals. But soon it deepened. Liam was openly gay, from a supportive family, and his confidence mesmerized Raymond. One evening, as they walked along the beach, Liam confessed, "I've never felt this way about anyone so fast." Raymond hesitated, memories of his father's rejection flashing. But he leaned in, their lips meeting in a tentative kiss. It was his first real step into authenticity. Yet conflict brewed. Tom's growing attachment to Raymond stirred jealousy in unexpected ways. When Tom learned about Liam, his face tightened. Be careful, Raymond. This world isn't kind to people like us. Raymond sensed the undercurrent. Tom's unresolved pain over Jake projected onto him. And Liam, sensing Tom's influence, quipped, "He's like your dad or something?" It was meant lightly, but it planted seeds of doubt. Society's pressures amplified the drama. At the diner, co-workers whispered about Raymond's effeminate ways, and one night, a customer hurled a slur, refusing service. Raymond stood his ground, but the incident shook him. He confided in Tom, who urged caution. Don't draw attention. Blend in. Liam, however, encouraged protest. Fight back. That's how change happens. Torn between the two, Raymond faced his first major choice. A local pride event approached, and Liam wanted to attend together. Tom advised against it, fearing it could jeopardize Raymond's asylum status. You're undocumented. One wrong move, and you're gone. Raymond agonized, his heart pulling toward Liam's boldness, his mind echoing Tom's prudence. In the end, he went with Liam, marching under rainbow flags, feeling alive for the first time. But the high was short-lived. Photos from the event circulated online, and Miguel somehow saw them. A furious email arrived. You're disgusting. Stay away forever. The words reopened old wounds, plunging Raymond into despair. Tom found him crying in the apartment. It's okay, son, he murmured, pulling Raymond into a hug. In that moment, Raymond realized Tom had become the father he'd lost. Flawed, but trying. Yet, as Liam grew closer, Raymond wondered if he could balance this newfound family with his budding romance. The tensions escalated when Jake, Tom's son, unexpectedly visited from New York. Hearing about Raymond, Jake confronted his father. You're replacing me with some kid you barely know? The argument exploded in Tom's living room, with Raymond caught in the middle. Jake's bitterness revealed layers of hurt. Tom's initial rejection had scarred him deeply, leading to years of therapy. Raymond intervened, sharing his own story. Your dad messed up, but he's changing. Give him a chance. Jake softened, and over dinner, tentative bridges formed. For Raymond, it was a mirror. Forgiveness wasn't easy, but necessary. As asylum hearings loomed, Raymond faced deportation threats amid shifting policies. Liam proposed marriage for citizenship, a controversial move that sparked debates among friends. It's fraud, Tom argued. But it's survival, Liam countered. Raymond grappled with ethics versus love, the choice defining his future. The courtroom air was thick with tension as Raymond sat rigid in his chair, his lawyer whispering reassurances. The judge, a stern woman with wire-rimmed glasses, reviewed his file. Persecution claim based on sexual orientation, evidence of family rejection, and community support letters, including one from Tom. Liam waited outside, pacing, his presence a silent anchor. The hearing dragged on, immigration officials probing Raymond's story. Why not stay in Mexico and hide? One asked. Raymond's voice steadied. Hiding isn't living. I want to be free. The judge nodded thoughtfully, adjourning for deliberation. Outside, Liam enveloped him in a hug. You were brave. Tom arrived later bearing takeout. Whatever happens, you've got us. But underlying frictions simmered. Jake's visit had mended some fences, but he questioned Raymond's role. Dad's investing too much. What if you leave? Raymond reassured him, but doubts crept in. Was he using Tom as a crutch? Life in San Diego pulsed with contrasts. By day, Raymond thrived at the diner, promoted to waiter thanks to improved English. Customers varied, some kind, others hostile. One regular, an older veteran, grumbled about illegals taking jobs, oblivious to Raymond's status. Liam urged confrontation. Call him out. Tom advised restraint. Pick your battles. The divide widened during a community forum on LGBTQ rights. Liam, an activist at heart, spoke passionately about intersectionality, how immigrants like Raymond faced double discrimination. Tom attended reluctantly, uncomfortable with the crowd's energy. When a heckler shouted down a speaker, Liam jumped in, defending fiercely. Raymond admired his fire but worried about risks. That night, back at Liam's apartment, a cozy space filled with canvases and plants, they argued. "You can't always charge ahead," Raymond said. "Sometimes survival means staying quiet." Liam frowned. "That's what they want, to silence us. Remember why you came here." The words stung, echoing Miguel's control. Raymond stormed out, seeking solace at Tom's. The older man listened patiently over whiskey. Love isn't easy, especially when worlds collide. Tom shared more about his marriage, how he'd suppressed his own doubts to fit societal norms, regretting it now. Inspired, Raymond reconciled with Liam, their bond strengthening through vulnerability. They spent weekends exploring, hiking in Torrey Pines, picnics at Balboa Park. Liam introduced Raymond to his family, a liberal clan who welcomed him warmly. "You're part of us now," Liam's mother said, a stark contrast to Raymond's past. But external storms brewed. Anti-immigrant sentiment surged with elections approaching, rallies turning violent. One evening, while walking hand in hand, a group of men catcalled slurs. Liam stood tall, but Raymond froze, flashbacks to his beating overwhelming him. They escaped unharmed, but the incident fractured something. Tom's health scare amplified the drama. A routine checkup revealed heart issues, requiring surgery. Raymond dropped everything to help, staying by his bedside. Jake flew in, and for the first time, father and son truly talked. "I was scared," Tom admitted, "of losing you, of what it meant." Jake nodded. "I get it now, thanks to Raymond." During recovery, Tom confided in Raymond, "You're like the son I got right." The words healed old scars, but stirred guilt. Was Raymond betraying his biological family? He wrote to his mother, testing waters, but received silence. Liam's proposal resurfaced amid uncertainty. With Raymond's asylum denied on technicalities, insufficient evidence of immediate threat, he faced appeals or deportation. "Marry me," Liam pleaded. "It's not just papers. I love you." Tom opposed vehemently. "It's wrong. Fight legally." Jake sided with Liam. Rules bend for survival. The debate raged, friends dividing. One, a lawyer, warned of fraud charges. Another, an activist, called it resistance. Raymond agonized, weighing love against integrity. Society's gaze intensified. Media stories of sham marriages fueled suspicion. At a support group, others shared tales, some succeeded, others deported. One man regretted, "I lost myself in the lie." In a pivotal moment, Raymond chose honesty. "I can't start our life on deception," he told Liam. Devastated but understanding, Liam vowed to fight alongside him. They appealed, gathering more affidavits, including from Carlos, now out himself in Mexico. Tensions peaked at a family dinner Tom hosted. Jake brought a boyfriend, symbolizing progress. But when politics arose, arguments flared. Tom conservative-leaning, Liam progressive. Raymond mediated, his growth evident. As the appeal hearing neared, a bombshell dropped. Miguel contacted U.S. authorities, claiming Raymond fled debts, not persecution. Fabricated but damaging. Panic set in. "He's trying to drag me back," Raymond realized. Liam rallied support, organizing a petition. Tom used connections from teaching days. United, they countered the lies. The experience bonded them, but exposed fractures. Liam accused Tom of paternalism. Tom called Liam reckless. In quiet moments, Raymond reflected on his journey, from rejected son to found family. Love, he learned, came in layers, romantic with Liam, paternal with Tom. The hearing arrived, stakes sky high. Raymond testified eloquently, supporters in attendance. The judge, moved, granted asylum. Cheers erupted, but victory was bittersweet. Miguel's betrayal lingered. Post-ruling, life normalized. Raymond enrolled in community college, pursuing mechanics like his father, but with art classes inspired by Liam. Tom and Jake rebuilt their relationship, including Raymond in holidays. Yet, a new conflict arose. Liam's job offer in Los Angeles. "Come with me," he urged. Tom, aging, needed help. Raymond faced another choice, love or loyalty. He chose both, commuting initially, but distance strained. Arguments over calls. You're prioritizing him, Liam said. Reconciliation came during a visit. Tom encouraged, go build your life. I'll be fine. Tearfully, Raymond agreed, moving with Liam. In LA, they thrived, but Raymond missed Tom. Regular visits maintained the bond. Society's challenges persisted. Workplace discrimination, family estrangement echoes. One day, a letter from Raymond's mother arrived. I miss you. Your father is stubborn, but I pray for you. Hope flickered. Los Angeles buzzed with energy, a far cry from San Diego's laid-back vibe, and Raymond dove in headfirst, landing a job at an auto shop while taking night classes. Liam's art career flourished, his pieces exhibited in galleries, often inspired by their story. Abstract swirls representing borders crossed, both literal and emotional. But the city amplified their differences. Liam thrived in the vibrant gay scene, attending parties and protests, while Raymond preferred quieter evenings, haunted by past traumas. The first major clash came at a gallery opening. Liam introduced Raymond to friends, artists, activists, who peppered him with questions about his journey. One, a flamboyant designer named Marco, joked, from border hopper to heartthrob, Hollywood material. Raymond forced a smile, but inside, it rankled. Later, he snapped at Liam. They see me as a story, not a person. Liam apologized, but tensions simmered. You're holding back. Embrace this life, Raymond retorted. Not everyone heals at your pace. Tom's visits provided balance. He'd drive up, sharing wisdom over dinners. Relationships test you, he said, but love wins if you communicate. Jake joined sometimes, his own romance stabilizing, offering brotherly advice. Society's undercurrents fueled drama. A ballot measure on immigrant rights divided opinions. Liam campaigned fervently for yes, dragging Raymond to rallies. At one, counter-protesters shouted hate, echoing Miguel's voice. Raymond panicked, fleeing the crowd. Liam followed, frustrated. We can't run forever. The argument escalated back home. You don't get it. I've lost everything once, Raymond yelled. I do, but fighting is how we keep it. Tom mediated via phone. Find middle ground. Inspired, they volunteered at a quieter LGBTQ center, aiding youth. There, Raymond mentored a teen like himself, finding purpose. But personal ghosts resurfaced. Carlos emailed, I'm out now, but it's hard here. Thinking of crossing. Raymond advised caution, sharing resources, but guilt gnawed. Had he abandoned his roots? Liam encouraged reconnection. Invite him, but fears of complications loomed. A turning point. Tom's heart condition worsened, requiring a pacemaker. Raymond rushed back, Liam in tow. In the hospital, Tom confessed regrets. I wish I'd been better for Jake. And you. You're the dad I needed, Raymond said, tears flowing. Jake arrived, and the four shared a raw conversation. Family isn't blood, Jake mused. It's choice. Post-surgery, bonds deepened. Liam saw Tom's value anew, apologizing for past jealousy. Back in LA, their romance reignited. They adopted a dog, symbolizing commitment, and discussed future marriage, kids. But controversy stirred when Liam's art series on immigration drew backlash. Critics called it exploitative, accusing him of profiting off Raymond's pain. Online trolls targeted them. Go back to Mexico. Death threats followed. Raymond wanted to pull the exhibit. Liam refused. Art provokes change. The debate raged among friends. Tom sided with Raymond. Safety first. Jake with Liam. Visibility matters. Raymond chose support. Do it, but carefully. The exhibit succeeded, sparking dialogues on queer immigrant experiences. Media interviews followed, Raymond speaking out, his voice growing stronger. Yet, success bred envy. Marco, spurned by Liam years ago, spread rumors. Raymond is using him for status. Whispers reached them at a party. Confronted, Marco sneered. He's fresh off the boat. What does he know? Liam defended fiercely, but Raymond felt exposed. Is this what I fought for, to be judged? In vulnerability, they grew closer. Therapy helped Raymond process trauma, Liam learning patience. A family crisis hit. Raymond's sister called. Dad's sick, cancer. Mom wants you home. Stunned, Raymond debated. Returning risked arrest, but closure beckoned. Liam urged, go legally, apply for visa. Tom offered funds. Jake researched options. The decision divided. Friends warned of traps. Others pushed forgiveness. Raymond chose to go with Liam. At the border, nerves frayed. In Mexico, the reunion was tense. Miguel, frail in bed, glared. Why come back? To forgive, Raymond said, and live my truth. Miguel softened slightly. I was wrong, but society. Discussions ensued, Miguel admitting fears. Not full acceptance, but a crack. Back in U.S. empowered, Raymond advocated more. He started a blog on queer immigration, gaining followers. Liam proposed properly, ring in hand at their favorite spot. Yes, Raymond whispered. Wedding planning brought joy, but conflicts. Tom's traditional ideas clashed with Liam's modern flair. Compromises forged unity. Society's gaze intensified post-marriage. As a binational couple, they faced scrutiny. A profile piece highlighted their story, but comments debated, inspirational or invasive? Raymond pondered choices. Had he traded one cage for another? The honeymoon in Hawaii was a blissful escape. Waves crashing as Raymond and Liam walked hand in hand, free from judgments. But reality intruded upon return. Tom's declining health forced decisions. Move closer, he suggested weakly during a call. Raymond, torn between LA's opportunities and San Diego's roots, discussed with Liam. We can relocate, Liam offered. Family first. They did, settling in a bungalow near Tom. Raymond resumed mechanics, Liam freelancing. Jake visited often, the group forming a chosen family. But bliss was fleeting. Raymond's blog exploded after a viral post on forgiveness, drawing praise and hate. One commenter, traitor to your culture, gay and Americanized. It echoed Miguel's dying words, don't forget where you came from. Miguel passed soon after their visit. The funeral a somber affair Raymond attended virtually, borders still dividing. His mother moved north legally, living with them temporarily. Her presence healed, but clashed with Liam's independence. She's traditional, Liam noted. Questions our life. Indeed, subtle comments. When will you have kids? Like normal? Raymond defended. This is normal for us. The strain peaked during holidays. Tom's house hosted, blending cultures, tamales with turkey. But debates arose. Politics, religion. Tom's conservative friends eyed the couple warily. A workplace incident amplified societal rifts. At the shop, a coworker outed Raymond maliciously, leading to harassment. The boss, sympathetic, fired the offender, but damage done. Raymond considered quitting, Liam pushing lawsuit for justice. Tom advised settlement. Avoid spotlight. Jake mediated. Your call. Raymond sued, winning a small victory, but media frenzy followed. Interviews probed. Is America welcoming? His answer, for some, yes, others, no. The exposure attracted Carlos, who crossed successfully, seeking asylum. Raymond helped, but old feelings stirred, puppy love revisited. Liam noticed. Still care for him? Honestly? A bit. But you're my future. Jealousy flared briefly, resolved through talk. Carlos found his own path, dating locally. Mother's stay extended, her views evolving. Witnessing their love, she admitted. I was blind. A turning point. Attending Pride with them, flag in hand. Tom's final days came peacefully. Surrounded by loved ones, he whispered to Raymond, proud of you, son. His passing left a void, but legacy endured. Inheritance surprised. Tom left Raymond his house, sparking Jake's resentment. He was my dad. Arguments ensued, bonds tested. Reconciliation at the funeral. Jake conceded, "He loved you too." They shared the property, strengthening ties. With stability, Raymond and Liam pursued adoption. The process grueling, background checks, interviews. As a gay immigrant couple, biases surfaced. One agency worker, "Kids need a mom and dad." They fought, switching agencies, succeeding with a baby boy from foster care. Naming him Thomas Miguel, honoring both dads. Parenthood brought joy and trials. Sleepless nights, societal stares. At playgrounds, whispers. "Two dads? Unnatural." Liam brushed off. Raymond internalized, therapy helping. A community scandal erupted. A local politician outed for anti-gay hypocrisy, using Raymond's story in campaigns. Supporters rallied, opponents attacked. Raymond spoke at events, voice unwavering. "Love is love. Fight for it." Years passed, Thomas growing curious about heritage. Raymond shared stories, balancing truths. Liam's art evolved, family-themed. Exhibits drew crowds, sparking debates on modern families. One evening, reflecting, Raymond asked Liam, "Was it worth it? All the pain?" "Every bit," Liam replied. But doubts lingered in quiet moments. Had choices alienated parts of himself? Thomas's first school day marked a milestone. His tiny backpack slung over as Raymond and Liam waved goodbye. The boy, with curly hair and infectious grin, embodied their resilience. But playground politics soon intruded. A parent complained about non-traditional families, petitioning exclusion from events. Liam fumed, "We'll sue if needed." Raymond, wiser now, opted dialogue. Meeting the parent, he shared his journey, from rejection to rebirth. Softened, she withdrew, but ripples remained. Society's evolution was uneven. Marriage equality solidified, but trans rights battles raged, intersecting with immigration reforms. Raymond advocated, his blog now a podcast, voices amplifying. Liam's career peaked with a solo show, pieces chronicling their saga. Critics praised, conservatives boycotted. At the opening, Jake toasted, "To found families." Mother, now permanent, babysat Thomas, her acceptance full. "Grandma loves you," she cooed, a far cry from past. Carlos, settled with a partner, reconnected as friends. Old flames dimmed, bonds platonic. Yet, internal conflicts persisted. Raymond dreamed of Miguel, questioning forgiveness. Therapy unearthed. You honored him by living authentically. A major test. Thomas bullied for two dads. Heartbroken, Raymond confronted the school, Liam by side. Resolution came, but scars formed. They taught Thomas pride. Family is who loves you. He flourished, artistic like Liam, mechanical like Raymond. As years unfolded, health scares hit. Liam's minor surgery, Raymond's anxiety flares. Support networks held. Retirement loomed for Raymond, mentoring youth at centers. Liam taught art classes. Thomas, teen now, came out as by, their guidance easing his path. Reflecting on the border crossing, Raymond marveled at transformations. From outcast to patriarch, life's twists profound. In a quiet moment with Liam, watching sunset, Raymond mused, "We built this against odds. Proof love conquers." Liam agreed. But the story's essence begged a question. In a world rife with division, is chosen family truly stronger than blood, or merely a necessary illusion?